Sahvir, great game. Obviously, but what's the takeaway? Obviously, you guys came up short. You're up 14, and they made a little run there in the middle. But otherwise, it felt like you guys played really well.
Yeah, it was a good game. We had good spurts, good sequences of the game. We forced them to 22 turnovers, but we also had 20. At the end of the day, it came down to one possession. It was 72-89. I'm sorry, 82-79 with a minute left. Dude hit a tough shot. So we did some things that, we put ourselves in that situation. Like you said, we were up and we were able to sustain that lead. But also they went up probably about 9 or 11. We also brought it back. So it was a back and forth game. It was a tough loss, but we gotta work on some stuff.
Sahvir, obviously, you guys had a very tough matchup the first time around in Tuscaloosa. Do you take something positive out of, how well you played against them, that you led and you were, like you mentioned, there was a 3-point game there before they hit the 3, or is it more about, not getting enough stops when you need it in the second half?
Yeah, I'm not a moral victory kind of dude. I'm always a win or lose. You either win the game or you lose the game. We did great things in the game to put ourselves in position to win. But at the end of the day, we did not win the game. So I feel the same way. We lost, and I want to win. So.
All right, let's have Anthony Dasher and then Mike Griffith. All right, let's have Mike Griffith.
Yes, Sahvir, I guess I would just ask you the obvious two obvious stats, one of the rebounds, the size issue, but the free throws, the 13 of 23. How much of that is just, neither team shot particularly well. How much of that is just the team being exhausted? It looked like there was a lot of chasing around, a lot of defense being played. Would you attribute some of that to the energy that was being expended for both teams today?
Yeah. We came out defensively with some intensity. I'm sure that caught them by surprise. But then again, they also had to expend some energy for that, to come back in the second half. So, it was just a game where we didn't make free throws, they didn't make free throws, but I think we needed our free throws a little bit more, especially since I don't think we shot the 3 as necessarily well as they did. I think they went 8 for 10 in the second half. It was tough.
All right, let's have Brian Curley and then Charles Odom.
Hey, Sahvir, how do you feel about where this team's at going into the tournament after 2 losses to end the regular season?
First thing, I'm sorry, but it's Sahvir. It's not Sahvir.
I meant to correct myself. I realized I got it wrong. I apologize.
But it's disappointing a little bit. But like I said, we can take some good things and we play some good basketball at spurts. But I think it's tough. We're trying to win this game to go into the SEC tournament with a win. But it's one of the best leagues in the country, so you always got to focus on the next game. You got to break down the film, see what you did wrong, learn from it, come to practice the next day with the mindset to get better and focus on the next day. Focus on the next game and the next day.
Charles Odom, do you have a question? All right, let's go with Davis Baker and then Tori Heck.
Hey, Sahvir, what was the impact of the increased student attendance today? I noticed you guys jumped out to that early lead. Could you hear him?
Yeah, I was gonna shout them out at the end, but like I said, I always want to give a big thanks to the students and everyone who came to the game. It was much appreciated. We felt your energy. We kind of fed off that energy. It's always great to have Dog Nation knowing that they're gonna have your back. So we definitely felt it, and hopefully sometime soon in the near future we can have everyone at the stag again.
Hey, Sahvir, you mentioned the turnovers in the defense a little bit. How much do you think the defense came into play in the outcome of today's game versus just the scoring and that kind of stuff? It seemed like a very defensive-heavy game, especially in that first half.
Yeah, definitely. We knew that Alabama could really score the ball. I know we can score the ball as well, but their thing is moving the ball, making you rotate, making that one more pass. And for us, is be able to control the dribble, keep the guy in front of us, and not have to rotate, make them take tough shots. And since we jumped out to an early lead, they also had to play some defense too, so I wouldn't get away from them too much. So yeah, it was a defensive game. It was an intense game, but at the second half, the scoring kind of picked up a little bit, and we weren't able to get some steps up what we needed, and we weren't able to execute when we needed.
All right, and with the last question, Charles Odom.
Sahvir, I apologize if you've already commented on this, but what was the feeling about your defensive improvement as a team today?
I liked where we were. I mean, obviously to force 22 turnovers, that's always a plus. But we got out rebounded. That's not something that I don't think we typically get out rebounded by that margin. I think they were plus 13 or 14. So that's something we got to clean up. And also toward the rebounding standpoint, we only had 7 offensive rebounds, which might be a season low. So there's some things that we did good defensively, especially in the first half, making them take tough shots, forcing 22 turnovers. But also in that stretch where it kind of came back, we had a little defensive lapses. So the main thing is being consistent on defense throughout the whole game, keeping our guy in front, making them take challenge twos and rebounding the ball, finish the possession with a rebound.
All right, thanks so much, Sahvir.
Thank you.
Up next, we're going to have